Second question, again for George, and I hope, George, this is sort of a soft question. You always talk about getting the residents more involved, getting more input, doing what the residents want. I could contrast that to most politicians saying, I was elected to do a job and I'm going to do what's right. In the past, Homer Glen has been very lucky to get 1% of the population out to anything. The thing I can remember 100 or two showing up for was when the Dunn's Farm was being proposed as something to be purchased for a park, and that might have been 100 or 200 people. What would you do as mayor if you were elected to get more input from the residents?
Well, that's actually a good question, and it's very easy to answer. When we bought the property at Woodbine, we asked, I can't tell you how many times that we need the input from the residents. And we were always, the board was told, in due time, we're working on a building in due time. Well, I figured if you get at least an idea of what they want, what they're looking for, you've got a starting point. So they never did set up an appointment. And then one day the mayor got sick, and I'm Mayor Pro Tem. So that night I made an arrangement for 2 weeks later. We had a meeting and the residents come, and it filled up pretty good. So all it is letting the residents know and ask them. The problem is we don't ask anybody anything. We just do it. So, like I said a bunch of times, we have a lot of smart people in Homer Glen. I think they should have been asked a whole bunch of things before it was just done. We went out for a census. It was never asked if we should go out for a census. Then this village paid for the census. Dunn Farm. Nobody was given the correct information on Dunn Farm. That wasn't just going to be a ballpark. We would have had business. And I thought it was a great idea. You've got 48 acres in the front of the property. You got 60 acres behind it you can use for sports. And when the parents dropped off the kids for the sports, rather than going home or driving around, they go right up front to 159th Street. And at the time, Jamie Corso, I believe, had 18 pads that he wanted to put stores in from up on the north side. Well, I don't know about everyone's wives, but mine, if she wants something nice, she goes to Oak Brook or she goes to Schaumburg because there's nowhere for her to buy certain things. Well, they were willing to come down here. Well, if they're willing to come down here, guess what? There's people in Frankfurt, Lamont, Lockport, all the way around us. Those women go up to Oak Brook too, so why wouldn't we have brought them in here to buy stuff where we get the sales tax, you're getting property tax from the business, and you have more movement here for the rest of the businesses.
You realize you didn't address the question at all?
Yeah, right.
Well,
I thought he said yes.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Plan a meeting.